All right, y'all. I was just pouring some water out. This is Catsuit Cooking. That means I'm cooking in my cat suit. So for you all that want to get your cat suit on, we're cooking grits, cheese grits, and actually we're cooking non-dairy cheese grits today. So that means I have, what have I done here? I've got some non-dairy cheese. I'm going to show you all of the ingredients and we're going to get going. Let's make sure you all can see and hear me. I've got red lentils because I am missing some ingredients, y'all. That means the description here, it does have the recipe. Everything's already here for you, okay? As you come in, make sure you say hello if you're watching live. If you're watching on the replay, let me know. Do you like cheese grits? Have you had cheese grits? What's going on with your cheese grits life? I don't know. All I can tell you is, y'all, if you want your gut to feel good, this is the reason why you're doing this. So that means that we've got fresh garlic, we've got an onion here. We're going to chop these mushrooms and go ahead and, when I say top, you see how they're falling apart? These are the mushrooms that a lot of people will use whenever they are want to fry mushrooms and they want that chickeny flavor. But I stopped eating animals a long time ago. So here I am with cooking these cheese grits. So what I'm doing now is I am going to set up my camera so that you all can see in the stove because that was supposed to be done already, but it's not. So that's why I showed you the ingredients. We are using these red lentils as a thickener. Hey, AJ, it's road tripping. So good to have you here all the way from Germany. Glad to have you in the house. Thank you for being here. Uh, I'm just sending out some of the notifications to my friends. So that means if you all have a list of people, send them a text message. Let them know you're live. Guess what? They will probably show up. So that's all I'm doing right now. And I am going to get the mushrooms in the pan. Y'all, this cooktop is so slow. I just turned it on. The way this recipe works is you cook the mushrooms first if you want mushrooms on top. Since I don't eat animals, I'm going to top these cheese grits with maybe lettuce because I like a little bit of crunch. Um, I don't know. We'll see what we do. But sausage, if you have a plant-based sausage, great. If you don't, um, some people like regular old sausage, like pork sausage, beef sausage, whatever y'all are eating these days. I don't know. But let's see. Will there be another? It's Sunday, y'all, for me. I don't know what time it is for you. I'm in the Eastern time zone, Southeastern to be exact, like the New York. Let's set this camera up so that way you all can see what I see and we're going to get this going. Now, the first thing is first, if you are unfamiliar with, wait, where your people at, AJ? Your people are apparently still in bed. The time zone difference is killing you. Oh, wow. What time is it there in Germany? Let me know. All right. Let me know what time it is. And it's 20 past 6 p.m. Wow. And for me, it's noon. It's 20 past noon or 12:18, so yeah. So let me get into the app and set this camera up so that way you all can see into the pan. I've already turned my pan on. When I had a gas stove before I bought this house, the gas stove, y'all know, it as soon as you turn it on, it starts, okay? So as you come in, definitely say hello. Your comments are already on the screen, but I'll also pop it up on the screen. I do have my butternut squash here. I didn't mention that. This is frozen, so that's why it's dripping and everything. So I figured let me just leave it by the stove until I need it. It's because it um, started to thaw out. And let's see, we are 4 minutes in. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to mute on this mobile device. If you all have never used StreamYard, definitely use it because right now, if you're watching from Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, welcome, wherever you're watching from. Let's see, that looks good. I'm going to stop the camera. I'm going to mute. I'm going to enter the studio. And you all soon and very, let me turn the volume down. Soon and very soon, you will see in the pot. So let me put this one on so you all can see in the pot. And also you can see the cutting board because right now you can't see the cutting board. So let's go for it. I think this will work. No, it won't. That's a book I have to show you all later. Let me take that off and let me add this one. This is what we want to do. So I'm going to be on one side and the cooktop will be on the other side. And I don't know which one you all would rather see, me or the food. I have a feeling y'all would rather see the food here because that's kind of like the main event. And y'all see the setup back there? Let me know if you can hear me okay, Sean Ingram, because let's see, let's get into this pot right here. It's heating up. I'm going to go ahead and start chopping up, you know what? Thanks for mentioning that the shells on my dress are nice. So this is a catsuit, meaning it's just and I'll go back to me being on the full side. It is a catsuit, like, it's a pantsuit or whatever. So I'll show you all that. And I like these shells because I always wear my cowrie shells on my neck. And so, I like this particular belt because it matches and it's just chic. It goes good. So welcome in, Sean Ingram. Hopefully you all can hear me well. Let's get to the food. All right. Yes, that is the feature. So let's check that out. I'm going to get the pot on the food so that way you all can see that best. And got my Shure mic right here. I'll move that out of the way so you all can see more of the ingredients because we do have our Follow Your Heart brand non-dairy cheese. I have some shredded cheese that I'm going to use in this dish. People always wonder if you don't eat cheese or if you're eating non-dairy cheese, what cheese is that? So they also have slices. I'll show you this here. Follow Your Heart non-dairy slices. This is just a little piece that was in there. Lord, I'm dropping it on the floor. Good. The pan is heating up. So now you can see how to get these mushrooms done. Okay. Let's see how we get it done. You cut off this woody part right here at the bottom. Y'all know I got my trusty Cutco knife. It's the only knife I own. And I'm going to get a little bit closer to the food so that way you all can see it a little bit better. Let's see if we can do that. I don't know if that will work. We'll see how that works out. So you just take off the bottom part there. And then what I do is I like it sort of like in chunks or squares. So I just stack these pieces all the way up and boom, boom, boom. So part of the reason why I like to show people this Catsuit Cooking series is because a lot of people, they have gut issues. And I'm talking about not just that they have a big belly, not like a gut, but they have internally things don't feel good. So I'm just going to give you all some tips. Y'all know I love nutrition and all the good things that it's here for. So these mushrooms, they have fiber. They have a lot of water. Mushrooms are the one food you can get vitamin D from. Okay. So if you want to improve your gut health, I'm just going to add some liquid aminos and some coconut aminos to this. So that way that's going to season, it'll salt and give it a slightly sweet flavor from the cocoa aminos. So if you want to soothe your gut, if you want to get some nutrients in there that will just help you out, eat mushrooms. Mushrooms are very close to our DNA as humans. So we've got our coconut aminos in there. So some people say, oh, it's a fungus. Well, find out what else mushrooms are. Y'all know I'm left-handed, so let me get my left hand out of the camera. And y'all see, I just put those in here. I'm going to put the lid on. While I do this, I'm going to chop up the garlic. That way the allicins can come out. The good benefits of the garlic can come out. While that's chopped and sitting, then I'll chop my onion. And I'm going to set these aside once I cook them because that's going on top since I'm not topping it with cabbage or anything. So I'm just going to grab a clove of garlic here. And I created a book for this so that you all don't have to just listen to me, but so that you can kind of hear and understand what this stuff is doing for you. What is this good for? Why would I put onions and garlic in my grits? Those are the types of things people tell me. And guess what? Those are the folks that are just too fat to fly. And if y'all remember You ain't too fat to fly. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's the name? Oh, The Bird. I think that was the name of that song. Where they say you ain't too fat to fly. Most people nowadays, real talk, y'all big and fat, y'all got fat rolls, y'all got fat everything, right? And you know that's not a good thing because y'all can't bend over to tie your shoes good. One of my favorite things to do, and y'all let me know if y'all have ever done this or remember doing this, because I used to go to church a lot as a child. So one of my favorite things to do was to lay on my own lap. That's where you sitting in a chair, you get sleepy and tired, you just bend over, put your head on your lap, and you go to sleep. I can do that today, y'all. Sorry, I'm shaking this camera. I don't know if you can do that, but you should be able to. Like, that's a normal thing. You're not supposed to have to lean to the side in order to tie your shoes, in order to do anything, right? Unless you're pregnant. Because when I was pregnant, had a few kids, y'all. Yes, that's when your stomach is big enough that you can't really do things. You got to bring your foot up to your knee to tie it. But you should be able to balance on one foot. You should not be off balance because of all that excess weight on your midriff, in your arms, and your legs, and your fingers. If your fingers are fat, y'all, that's a sign that you need some of these onions and garlic in your grits. And, people will be like, you coming for me? Look, I'm not coming for you because I am judgmental of the way you look. I'm coming for you because this is what people complain about all the time. They will say to me, what can I do about my neck, my back, my neck and my back? It hurts. And I'm like, well, your back hurts because your stomach is so big, it's pulling your back, it's pulling on your back. They don't want to hear that. They take it as an insult. But it's just the truth. So I've cut up 2 cloves of garlic here. So people don't like the truth, but y'all know the saying, you can't handle the truth. Some people cannot. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear, well, maybe I just need to drink more water. Well, maybe I just need to do this, that, the third. That's not the scenario. Get yourselves together. You know what, AJ? I'm glad that you love mushrooms. You've also been learning about how and when to harvest your own. Free 99 truly is the best price, and I have not gotten a free mushroom yet. Only if I've gotten them from like the food bank. I used to help a lot of people pick up food from the food bank, and that meant I could get food from the food bank. So if I was doing a cooking demo or something like that, that really came in handy. I've gotten a case of these mushrooms before. And these mushrooms are fairly expensive, this type. And, I say fairly expensive, but they really are not. Some foods, people just don't know what they cost. So they think, oh, that's a lot. For example, it boggles my mind that a food like cereal is so expensive. I'm going to show you all what these mushrooms are doing. They're just bubbling up here. And thank you also, AJ, for reminding people to hit the like button. And AJ, since you're here, if you can comment on what you think about this fat talk. Like, if you think it's shameful, because people are now saying, oh, you're fat shaming folks when you talk about somebody got big arms, big legs. I'm not saying you were born with more of a curvy look, but some of y'all just fat and you know it. So, and you're making excuses. And what I'm saying here is I'm showing you some ways that you can eat your way down, because that's exactly what I did. So I stopped wearing my fat suit. I stopped, my fat suit is that girdle that you zip up and then you clip up, you fasten the clips. I don't have to do that anymore, right? I just started eating this way, basically eating more faves, fruits and vegetables, every spread. I'm gonna chop this onion while I talk. Did y'all get a good look at the mushrooms? They're just cooking. They're just doing their thing, right? So I'm going to put the lid on and let those finish sauteing down. You can also use dried mushrooms too for this dish. You just hydrate those in boiling water, slice them up. You can use button mushrooms, any mushroom. But yeah, like I said, I used to, get a lot of free mushrooms only when I went to the food bank to help pick up food. But yeah, it boggles my mind that like cereal, a box of cereal is as expensive as it is for no more than what it is. Cereal is a pretty low grade food. I'm talking about boxed cereal, Frosted Flakes, Cheerios, whoever, those types of cereals. And I say this because it's just a processed food that's not necessarily here for us. It's processed, they've stripped it of its nutrients, and they added some nutrients back in. Whereas when you eat fresh, just know that fresh is best. It holds all the original nutrients that it came with. So yeah, you're doing good. Oh, thanks so much, Sonia. With the why, you like how I explain the healthy benefits for each food. Let's talk about it because garlic and onions, these are powerful antioxidants. Okay. So Sonia with the why, I hope you're singing in the background. That girl has a voice, y'all. I'm gonna just say that. Okay. She's one of my favorite people and she has an amazing voice. So basically, when I say antioxidants, vitamin C is in onions. I think it's in garlic as well. And vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant. That's why when you get sick and you boost yourself with any of these vitamin C products or tablets or foods, yes, because it's an antioxidant, it's killing off free radicals, it's fighting free radicals, it's doing those things. So, yes, definitely that's what your onions and your garlic are going to do for you. They're sort of like the powerhouses or the superheroes. When you get into your red lentils, beans of any sort, these are going to be high. And y'all, this is an old coconut coconut jar. I'm gonna show you. Coconut oil used to be in here. Okay. I just took the label off so I can see what's in here. So red lentils, beans of any sort, they tend to have iron. They're going to be high in iron, fiber, protein. And of course, if it grows from the ground, it definitely has fiber and antioxidants. So you don't even have to wonder, well, which benefits do beans have versus onions versus garlic? Just know if it grows from the ground, let it go down. Get yourself together. Let's see. What are you saying, AJ? I noticed. Oh, okay. You harvested chanterelles in Finland. Those mushrooms, nice. And you also say that you live in a country, he's in Germany, y'all, where people do walk, they ride bikes, they shop at farmers markets, they're at the grocery store 2 to 4 times a week. For those of you that don't know why people shop 2 to 4 times a week, I'll explain that. This assures a healthier lifestyle and less food and money waste. So AJ just explained that right now, right? There's a healthy lifestyle with going to the market because you're eating the food, you're getting it fresh, it's being harvested, they're selling it as it's being harvested, and then so you're getting it fresh, right? So these cheese grits are on their way. I'm going to get a container to put the mushrooms in. Let me show those to you again, and I'll get up close and personal. I'm going to throw in a little bit of basil, but actually you would be amazed at the flavor that just liquid aminos and coconut aminos gives these, okay? The other thing is that with the liquid aminos, these give it a nice salty flavor, any food, but it's less sodium than soy sauce. It's also less sodium than salt, table salt. The organic coconut aminos, a lot of people will use these because they're not into a lot of sodium. They want to be sure that they are, doing things like not eating soy products. Some people don't want soy for different reasons. Do your own research. I've done a lot of research on soy, and I do know that a lot of the soy that we eat is produced organically. A lot of the soy that they feed animals does have the glyphosates and the things that will give you. When I say glyphosates, I'm talking about Roundup. I'm talking about the pesticides. So that's where a lot of us get different allergies from. AJ's Road Tripping says he loves a good lentil soup, especially in winter. I hardly ever eat a lentil soup. Y'all, whenever you're making anything, use lentils as a thickener instead of cornstarch. So I'm going to show you that today. Lashes Journey knows something about that. Hey, hey, good to see you, Carrie. So basically, I'm going to take these mushrooms out because that's just the topping. We have not even gotten to the grits yet. I am going to grab a glass bowl right here from the cabinet. Typically, I use plastic, so don't think I don't, y'all. And I know that plastic gets into our food. It has all the things that we're not supposed to have. We ain't worried about that right now. We're just putting this into this glass bowl just to show you all how this works, okay? So let me do this on camera. And now to this hot pot, because y'all know I like to do everything in the same pot. So while the stove is hot, I'm just going to Pour in some lentils, pour in the water. That looks like a lot. It's probably about, I would say that's about a half cup. You can use about a half cup. Now, keep in mind, too, this is meal prep. People are always like, well, do you meal prep? Girl, do you do that? That's a lot of work. Let me say this. Old school meal prep is cooking and having enough for leftovers. I don't know how many of you all remember that, but, that's all it is. So I'm going to put the lid on this, and I'm going to share this story that I created for you all just for today. Hey, Alicia Moore. Oh, so good to see you. Thanks for being live today. Thanks for joining me live today. Y'all, Alicia goes way back. And now she's all grown up. It's always good to see you too, Carrie. And I hope everybody in Jamaica, all your people are doing good. So AJ is road tripping says, before I show you the story, y'all, let me just read his comment. AJ is in Germany, and he said people go to the grocery and the farmer's market, they ride bikes, they walk. He says, I adopted this grocery shopping frequency about a year before I immigrated. It was a new habit that I incorporated into my old routine. So that's all you do, y'all. You just get yourself together, because for those of you that don't know, Lash's journey has been, well, she's a real estate mogul. She owns properties. She homeschools her children because she wants a better life for herself. So she was like, let me start jogging in the morning. Let me get myself fit. So y'all, if Carrie put on this catsuit, she would just put me to shame. Okay. If Lash's journey does this thing, she will show y'all some stuff. But that's another comment for another day. So let's head over to boom, this right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this full screen, and I'm going to start the story over. You all, I created this. Y'all know I love tech tools. So I created this book in Google Gemini. You can do it as well. If you need help doing it, check the pinned link. Y'all see this storybook? I wrote the story. I created this with one of my business accounts, Atumpan, the Talking Drums Edutainment. For those of you that don't know my musical talents, I'm an educator, I'm a drummer. All the things. So let's listen to this story. I'm going to mute in the background while these lentils cook a little bit. Then I'll add the grits. I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and add the garlic and what else am I going to add? I'll go ahead and add the garlic and onions, as well as what do you call it? Oh, the butternut squash, while you all aren't looking. So that way, when you come back from the story, and no problem, I appreciate you listening in the background. AJ's road tripping. That's great that you've been here this long. Lurking and looking is perfectly fine. Go and eat. Sending you love as well, Lash's journey. So I created this, y'all, this storybook. So it's going to autoplay, it's going to read for you, and all of those things. AJ's road tripping is helping some of y'all. He says the main thing he changed was constantly asking himself, what's for dinner? That helped him to prep his meals for like 2 to 3 days in advance. And I will say that for me, meal prep just means cooking and having leftovers. So let's get into this story. Enjoy.
Catsuit Cheese Grits, a Nutriville Chronicle. Catsuit Cooking causes a stir in Nutriville. Nutriville is a place where wealth and health walk hand in hand because everyone in town knows the secret: better habits build better lives. And this morning, those habits smelled like warm, cheesy grits drifting through Wellness Row. Word spread quickly that Nurse LaQuita Marie, the original inspiration behind Veggie Vixen herself, had stepped into her kitchen wearing a cheetah-print catsuit, launching her new Catsuit Cooking series with a FAVES-Focused breakfast that promised confidence, curves, and comfort. Up on the hill, Veggie Vixen, the brilliant, bold nutrition heroine of Nutriville, paused mid-stride. Her heels clicked like punctuation marks. She hummed, closing her eyes. That woman's at it again, changing the town one bowl at a time. My mentor never misses. Inside Juice Lake Cafe, Mr. Ellington Reeves, suave, slightly graying, vest sharp and slow to blink, lowered his newspaper. He tilted his head toward Grandma B, Nutriville's undercover hot mama. Reserved on the surface, mischievous to the core. "I believe Nurse LaQuita is cooking again," Mr. E murmured, adjusting his vest. Grandma B fanned herself dramatically. "Baby, I knew it the moment that aroma floated in here like it owned the place," she whispered. "Cheese grits with squash? That woman knows how to make a person behave differently." Mr. E chuckled. "I hear she blends the veggies to keep the color golden. That's intentional living right there." Grandma B winked. "This is Nutriville. Everything has meaning." Just then, Veggie Vixen swept into the cafe, hips swaying with confidence. "2 bowls of Nurse LaQuita Marie's FAVES-Focused Cheese Grits," she announced. "One for Grandma B, and one for this man who needs to loosen up." Grandma B cackled. "I told you he needed a bowl." When the steaming bowls arrived, the whole cafe paused. Each spoonful reminded them why Nutriville existed, a town where confidence, health, wealth, and flavor all live on the same street, and anyone can start their glow up with breakfast. And somewhere across Nutriville, Nurse LaQuita Marie stirred her pot, unaware she'd caused another ripple across town, because confidence can be cooked and served hot.
All right. I hope you all enjoyed that story. I'm back. All right. So hopefully you all enjoyed the story. If you did, definitely, if you're watching live, you can always replay that. It looks like things are frozen here. Hold up. Hold up. Y'all can see me, but you cannot see the food. The food is frozen. Let's get this going. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, I've got to get back in the studio so that way I can show y'all what is cooking in the pot. While we're waiting for that, I am going to move over here. Y'all are going to enjoy me for now. And let me enter the studio again so that way we can get y'all back in. So back to the whole goal of this Catsuit Cooking series, as you all heard in the story, you just want to treat your gut good, right? Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed that Lashes Journey. Let me know if y'all want a story built for you. Click the link. You can always contact me. The pinned comment has my link tree. All of the details underneath have all of my contact information. I do respond. So yeah, definitely check it out. All right, so I'm going to turn this camera on and show you guys what is happening in the in the pot. Here we go. Yeah, I used to be a whiz at this. I used to move so fast, and I've stopped using StreamYard for a little while. And now that I'm back, here we go, trying to get it together. Let me show y'all this too. So right here, my laptop, y'all know y'all like behind the scenes stuff. I meant to put something black over this because my laptop is right here. That's how you all are seeing me, right, in the camera. And I just stacked up things to make it as tall as me. So that way you don't have to worry about kind of looking up my nose, where people will have the laptop down and you're looking all up their nose. So let's get into this pot a little bit so y'all can see the details here. That's the butternut squash. I'm about to stir it. That's the onion. And then the garlic is down in there a little bit. So now you see this has already started to soak up the water. I'm going to add some more water. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to straddle this. I'm giving y'all background secrets. I'm straddling the tripod so that I can hold it in place with my body and you all can stay very close to the pot, because I used to have a gooseneck type of tripod, but that thing, it's like even the cell phone was too heavy for it. So yeah, I'm just going to add a little bit more water. And once this is all set and done, I'm going to puree this, throw the grits in and the cheese, and then it cooks and we're done. We just top it with whatever we want to top it with. So while that is getting topped with something, I'll show you all some secrets. I'll show you all some other secrets. There's a Black Friday deal on the website builder. So I'm going to show you my website in just a moment because I know you all like receipts. Okay. So let's cover this a little bit more. There we go. Splash of water, put the lid on, boom. Now you all can come back here. Y'all see we gotta set this back. There we go. And then let me just share, we'll get off of there and let me just share the website so that you all can see exactly what I'm saying as far as the Black Friday deal. I use Hostinger. I don't know if you all use Host, HOSTINGR. People never know what I'm saying when I say Hostinger initially, but that is what I use for my main website. So this is for my Superfood Parents website. So I am going to show you what that website looks like right now, because in addition to my Superfood Parents site, I also use, what do I use? I also use, first I gotta find my website, y'all. Where did it go? I guess I took it down. I'll find it again. I don't know. But anyways, in addition to that, I use Fourth Wall. So if you are looking for a deal, yes, go to um, Hostinger if you're trying to get a deal on a website builder. But if you're just looking to get a free site and sell things, that's where Fourth Wall comes in. So that's what I'm showing you all right now. I'm going to share the screen so that way you can see while these lentils are cooking in the pot, along with the butternut squash, the onions, and the garlic. That's making our cheese sauce. I do have my nutritional yeast, so that's going to give it a cheesy flavor. I also have my non-dairy cheese, Follow Your Heart brand cheddar, and I like their smoked Gouda as well. So we'll be putting those in a moment. And while we're waiting for the lentils to finish cooking, we want those to turn into a translucent color. That means they're going to go from that orange, dark orange color to almost a beige color. That's how you know your lentils are done. Anania, hey, good to see you. Always good to see you, girl. I'm just in here cooking cheese grits. It's my Catsuit Cooking series. I've been a performer forever, musician, educator, all those good things. And this catsuit has been in so many on stage presentations at historical museums, universities, on stage during stage plays, whenever we've created those. And everybody always wants to wear the catsuit for whatever. So different stories, we've used this catsuit. So, hey, I've got it on today. My Catsuit Cooking series feels good. No girdle, no fat suit where I've got to zip it up and then clip it up. So I'm showing you guys how to get snatched. Anania, you're a nice size, so you might not need this. Thank you for saying it's beautiful. Thank you, thank you. Now this show today is about 45 minutes long because I started from scratch. And so that's what we're doing here. We are just showing exactly what we're doing from start to finish so that people can kind of get an idea in real time what this looks like. Okay, so let's go to the website, superfoodparents.com. So I'm going to take you here to this page so you all can see me just type it in real time, Superfood Parents. So once I put in Superfood Parents, my page comes up. I can edit my Google business page, or I can go right here to the website. So that's what I'm going to show you guys. This is the deal on the pinned comment. Now, it would help if I added this to the stage, right? Let me go back a moment. I like to show people the process. So I Googled myself, Superfood Parents. When I did that, because I'm in my own account, I see all the back end stuff for my business on Google. I can edit this. You guys, that is a free upgrade. If you don't have your business profile page, what are you waiting for? Google gives it to you for free. Get it. So that's one Black Friday deal. All you have to do is go to Google Business Profile. It's now managed through Google Maps, but you build it and it's super easy. They walk you through all the steps. You can put your hours, you can upload pictures. I've got to upload new ones, but that's not the point here. Let's go to the website. So I had already clicked on the website. So I'm just going to click into it again. And there we go. Now that we're here, this is the Hostinger website. So if you look in the pinned comment, there's a Black Friday deal. I think it's $3.99. I like Hostinger because it's an AI builder, AI website builder. You can build unlimited sites, unlimited pages. You can do so much with it, but you don't have to build it. It sort of builds itself. So even when you add a page, it does that for you. Okay, so this is my site, what we do, how we do it. I definitely am into corporate wellness, where I go into the Department of Health and provide workshops or wherever they're hiring me, right? So let's get down to my shop. This is and as you see, I'm live here. I've added my YouTube channel, so I can easily click on these and see myself live right now. You can add anything to your Hostinger site, and it will add these sections for you automatically. Oh, you know what? Here's another of my storybooks. I forgot about this one. So remember, I just showed you all one particular storybook. This is another one that I've done, and this one actually helps you if you're studying for your real estate or mortgage license originator exam. It just gives you some insight on that, and it's a fun story. Okay. Once I clicked that, it definitely took me to this particular story. So you all can always check that out or whenever you'd like to. So let me get back to where we were supposed to be. I'm going to hit the back button, and I'm going to go to the shop. Okay. So right here at the top, when I click on shop, this takes you to my Fourth Wall site. So Fourth Wall is a free website builder. And I'm going to share that tab so you can see I created a banner. I've got some products here. Here's a freebie, how I fixed my itch. Yeah, my butt wasn't itching like that. But anyways, that picture is there. If you have toilet troubles, yes, I did have hemorrhoids. I fixed them. I fixed them for other people. That is a $30 product. Grab it right here. I got to update these products, but this is a free website. This is the whole point for me showing you this. I've got a new logo. I've got new things. So I've got to upload those things. This is a free print on demand site. So you can create any of these items, and when people order them, it ships for free. It's produced and it ships to them. So you don't have to do any of that. So then down here, if you all would like to donate, this is where you can do it. You can put your name right here, and you just say you're a super fan, because you're a superfood type of person, and you might say keep the cat suit, not leap, but keep the cat suit, and then you can choose how much you'd like to donate. $5, $10. That's where you might put in 3. Let me go up or down. There we go. And then as you see, you can even do change, y'all. You can do $1.50. I do have memberships down here. This is really nice as well. That Fourth Wall, the free website, you can add your URL to this. So this particular site is called shop.superfoodparents.com, but it's a free website builder as well. And of course, if you like what I'm doing, you can start right from my site and launch your own. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let me get back to the food. I want to show you guys where we are with this, because this is ready to be blended, okay? Let me know if you have any questions about anything I've shown you so far. This is ready. Remember, I told you all that it would turn from this color to this color, okay? And the main thing with these cheese grits is that you just want them to be the color of cheese. So I'm going to go ahead and add some nutritional yeast before I blend it. And I don't know how much this is, maybe a half a cup. But yeah, this is a whole pot of grits for like 4 to 6 people, maybe more. I'm going to add a little bit of water. I am going to blend this smooth. I'll also go ahead and add the cheese as well. That way, when I blend it, and if you're using animal-based cheese, use whatever you have, okay? I'm using the non-dairy cheese because that's how you stay snatched. Dairy is scary. It increases your allergic response to and weight retention and helps you keep weight on. I'm going to put some of these slices of smoked Gouda in here. Let those melt, and I'm just going to blend all of this down. I'm going to put like 3 slices. I might do 4. I don't know, but I think 3 gives it a nice smoky flavor. This is a piece of mushroom that was on the cutting board, so I'll just knock that off. When I picked it up, it was there. Now I have my immersion blender. So this is where you add chop. It's the Braun brand. So there we go. And this one has a safety feature, so I like that. I hope that's not too loud for you. Okay, thank you, Anania says. It sounds a little jumping with the mic. Not bad, you just wanted to mention. Is it affecting it while I blend this smooth? Is this a problem? Is this affecting the sound? I'm gonna mute while I blend. We'll see. All right, so that is done being blended. I'm just gonna put this part into the sink, set this part on the counter. That way that can get cleaned fairly easily. If anybody is having any issues with the mic, let me know. I don't know, what's happening with that. I'm gonna go ahead and pour my grits in, put the lid on. Y'all, this is your Thanksgiving hack. This is how I make my cheese sauces. So I'm going to salt this at the end. Notice I have my grits. Stir that in. And the recipe is in the description. So if you all are looking for exact measures, just look under the video. I do all of those things ahead of time to make life easy for y'all. Okay. Some people, they'll say, go to the website or go to my blog. Yeah, the recipe might be there, but when you're watching, wherever you're watching, you kind of want to have access to the information right there on that platform. That does make life a whole lot easier. Any grits in here, if you're doing Thanksgiving, you could have added, if you're doing like a cheesy noodle, like a macaroni, baked macaroni and cheese, this is how I do all my cheese sauces, y'all. So grits should be no different. This is how you, like I said, you keep it flat and snatched, cute. You can lay on your own lap. I don't know if any of y'all were here when I mentioned that. It's so nice to be able to lay on your own lap and take a nap. Like your body has everything that you need. Use it that way, y'all. I just added a little bit more water so that the grits can soak that up as they cook. And 5 to 7 minutes, we are done. Okay. I don't know if you all have any questions, but if you don't, that's wonderful. Guys, see, Anania says, I'm making this tomorrow. Child. Lashes journey. Okay, you said I'm in and out. Y'all know what I think it is? I think my microphone was too far away. Let me know if I'm still in and out, because I would, whenever I turn my head away from my Shure mic, I forgot about that. My Shure mic is right here. I forgot that's the main mic I'm using because that picks up the volume fairly well. Cool. Ania, definitely make this tomorrow. This way, if you'd like to make it for the holidays, you can. That's what's really nice. And yeah, Lashes Journey, yes, try this. Your family will love it. So once you make the cheese yellow and white vegetables, I like lentils as a thickener. Anytime you're making anything and you need to thicken that thing, definitely red lentils are there for you. Okay. So that's a way that I use red lentils instead of cornstarch. So I thicken up. I'm trying to think some of the things I've thickened. When making gumbo, this is a good way to start it. Also, when making even spaghetti, y'all, if you want to start your spaghetti sauce off, you can add this. You can definitely add red lentils when you're sauteing your onions, garlic, peppers. Um, Start with, go ahead and saute those, add some water, add the red lentils. The red lentils will pretty much just dissipate as the whole dish cooks. So if you're making baked macaroni and you want that thicker, creamy, more creamy style, yes, the red lentils are the reason why you would do it. So I'm going to go ahead and share a quick video. I'm going to plate this up so that way y'all can see the finished product. I did not put the basil on my mushrooms because that's what I'm topping it with. But I'm going to go ahead and chop a little bit of green cabbage. I like something fresh. And I think I finished off my lettuce the other day. So I like that as I have something really quick to show you all. And this is just a super simple commercial that Queen Lenore created for me at the Love and Live show. So it's only like 40 seconds. Here we go.
Would you like more productive employees with more energy? SuperFood Parents brings corporate wellness to life with engaging culinary workshops designed for workplace success. Empowering, educating, and energizing your workforce, SuperFood Parents brings the power of nutrition to reduce healthcare costs, boost employee morale, and create a healthier workforce, one delicious bite at a time. SuperFood Parents, superfoods for a superpowered workforce.
Parents, we help your brand. Workshops, wellness made for you. Revenue, SuperFood Parents.
All right, that is it. That is all. And just in that little bit of time, y'all, I was able to chop a little bit of cabbage. I bought this cabbage, and y'all know this is how I use all of my cabbages. I just slice a little bit. I use them as I go. And I told y'all this would be about a 45-minute show today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll come back with more. Oh, thank you so much, Anania. She says, love it. Yes. You have to definitely network and keep the business with your friends. And I'm saying that because, my secondary camera is not even on right now. Screen that went out. Anyways, so I hired a friend from Love and Live show to create that particular video. And so, yeah, they made that commercial for me. They created the custom song. You guys, these tools are here for you. Make sure you are using them. If anybody needs help with any AI tools, y'all know I'm one of the gurus for those. That's how I was able to create a lot of what you're seeing right now. I'm going to show you all what this chopped cabbage looks like. The grits that are bubbling in the pan. These grits, grits are pretty quick. They don't take very long at all. So let's see what we got here. All right. Let's mute the mic. Let's turn on the camera and let's switch the view so you all can see what's in here. And then we'll just plug it all up and go for it. It's not my favorite. It does not cook as quickly as the gas stove. So when I bought this house, it had electric. I was not going to convert it. I'm kind of like, okay, whatever it has, I'll just work with it. And I've lived in quite a few different places. Some have been electric, some have been gas. I grew up with an electric stove, so it's no big deal. Nice, nice, nice. I'm just scraping from the bottom. So that's all I was doing there, just to give you all an idea of what this looks like. I'm going to go ahead and plate it. And y'all see it's bubbling over there. Bubbling, bubbling, brown sugar. Oh, I have to add a pinch of salt. Whew. Yeah, that is hot. Oh my God, y'all are on the floor. Y'all okay? I hope so. This is what happens when you're live. You see everything. Okay, stay there. I'm gonna put a little bit, I'm just using Himalayan salt. Use any salt you want, y'all. table salt, Himalayan salt, Morton's iodized salt. I put in like a half a teaspoon just now, and I'm gonna stir it. And these are a little thick. I'm gonna put a splash of water in there. That way, if your grits taste too gritty and you want them creamy, that's why you add a little bit of water. They're constantly soaking up the water. And if your grits taste gritty, that's why. They are not supposed to taste gritty. They are supposed to be creamy. So there, I put in like a 4th cup of water. I'm going to put in another. I don't even know if that was a 4th cup. It was just a few tablespoons, I think. So I just did that again. Serving suggestion. I don't have, I almost kicked y'all down again. I don't have any lettuce. So I chopped some fresh cabbage because I like the crunch. And I don't have any avocado because I like the green. What I actually really love is salsa. I know that sounds crazy, but I really enjoy salsa. So let's just put some grits in the bowl, and then we are out. This has been a Catsuit Cooking Series episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back either with this catsuit or a different one. This is one of my favorites. So I just add a little bit of crunch to one side. Let me taste this. That is nice. It has enough salt. So I put some crunch on one side, and then I put mushrooms. Remember I sauteed those mushrooms earlier in the coconut aminos and the liquid aminos. So I put a little bit of mushrooms on the other side, and there you have it. A complete bowl, a full meal, something delicious, and you just enjoy. So thank you, Lashes Journey, for being here, reading and listening. I'm going to put the lid on that. I'm going to say goodbye to you all. If you have questions, definitely reach out. For those of you that celebrate holidays, enjoy those holidays. Enjoy your family and friends if that's something that you do. And I will see you all next time. Definitely be a health hero for someone. That means whoever you're feeding, even if it's yourself, make sure you do better for yourself. Eat something fresh every day before with your meals. If you're eating a sandwich, add lettuce, add tomato. Pretend like you're at a restaurant or a sub shop and you're getting peppers, olives, whatever you can add to it. All right. I will see you all next time. I'm going to play the outro, and thank you, Anania. The recipe is definitely in the description. So I'll see you all next time. Enjoy the weekend, the rest of it. Today is Sunday. I clicked it. Is it gonna play? I don't know. Let's see. Y'all, I can't say goodbye. Are we live? What's going on?